Throughout the United States, we are suffering from a low inventory market. It is no secret this is definitely a seller's market. How do you win as a buyer in a low inventory marketplace? This is Dawn Connors at MortgageOne. The question is, do you even spend the time to get involved and to put your hat in the marketplace to put an offer in? Well, I believe that it's always worth it to put your offer in, to put your very best in when you have found a home that you love and that you want for your family. So what I put together today is 10 tips that I have found to be successful as purchase agreements come across my desk, as I'm a mortgage loan officer in 7 different states. And these are offers that I have seen the winners get, right? Because it's an accepted offer coming across my desk, and I help about 400 families a year, 4,500 families in my career buy and refinance homes. So the things that I have seen that have won are different things like this. Number one, put your very best offer in right away, the first time. Don't wait for them to call for highest and best, because some real estate agents, some houses are not calling for highest and best. So you want your absolute best right from the get-go. And so how do you determine this? You want to get with your realtor and go over a market analysis, but don't go back 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, because the market is forever changing. You want to see what the market is doing now in real time in the last 30 days. And then you want to put in your very best offer so that you're not disappointed if somebody were to offer $1,000 or $2,000 more and to get that house. The second thing that you can do is have a very large earnest money deposit, as large as you can handle, that you are not worried about losing. If you can give a large deposit, what that tells the sellers is that you're in it for the long haul and you're working with them to be able to get your deal to the closing table, and that you're not going to back out, and you're going to seek to work out this with the sellers and work out buying their home. So the earnest money deposit is held with a title company or with an escrow agent, and so that money is used towards your down payment and closing costs and gets credited towards your out-of-pocket and closing costs at the closing. The third thing that you want to remember is to show sellers that you are well qualified. Have an excellent bank backing letter, and make sure that your purchase agreement is filled in completely, that there's no missing blanks, that everything is very clear and concise, so that that agent will have no trouble presenting your offer to the seller. The next thing you can do is to write a love letter to the sellers. Remember, the sellers are very passionate about the home that they're selling. In many cases, they've been in it for many, many years, and they are really having a hard time letting go of their house. And oftentimes, if you write a letter that just explains you as a family and how you're going to make that house, your home, will really be touching for the seller. It's not always something that the agents like to give out to their buyers and sellers, but sometimes it works, and it works well. The next thing is to make sure that you give the sellers time to move. Give them the extra days that they need to move out of their house and transition. There's a lot going on with selling a house and buying a house, and it can be very stressful. So if you give the sellers some extra occupancy, some free occupancy perhaps, to give them time to transition out of their house, that might be the winning edge that you have, so that they feel very calm and pleasant during the process. So these next steps that I've found, these next tips, have come to me from different various offers. So they're not necessarily something that I promote or agree with, but they are something that has won in the past. So the next one that I'd like to talk to you about is what's called an acceleration clause. What I've been seeing is a buyer will put in, we will pay the highest offer over $1,000 or $2,000 with any bona fide offer that you show me. So if the offer is $350,000 and the highest offer comes in at $375,000, you're willing to pay up to $376,000 for that house. Oftentimes, a buyer, you can put a cap on that, so you could say, I'll pay an offer up to $400,000 maximum for this acceleration clause. So it's saying that you're willing to pay the highest price of the house plus $1,000, plus $2,000, or plus $5,000, whatever you want that to be. Yeah, right? And the next one is an appraisal guarantee. I actually put together a spreadsheet recently for a client that on a $350,000 house, they could offer a $17,500 appraisal guarantee and have higher PMI insurance of $30 a month. The second option for them was to have an appraisal guarantee up to $35,000 and have a higher PMI insurance of like another $30 a month. So it was pretty cool because what we found was this client was already going to put 15% down. So their PMI insurance was going to be $27 a month. By doing that first step of an appraisal guarantee, $17,500, their PMI insurance went from $27 to $50, and then the next step went to $62. So it was really interesting to see the PMI insurance correlation. So if you're putting more than minimal down, talk to your lender, talk to your real estate agent about potentially doing an appraisal guarantee, what that means and what that looks like. An appraisal guarantee, just in a quick nutshell, basically means if the house appraises for less than the sale price, that you're agreeing to pay the difference up to the allotted amount that you've agreed to, $17,000 or $30,000. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to come out of pocket with that money. You either will come out of pocket with that money, or you can pick up some private mortgage insurance and move your 20% down payment to, say, 15% or 10% and incur sometimes as little as $20 to $40 in PMI insurance. So that is definitely another strategy to use. All right, now we're down to the final three. Number 7, you can consider waiving your inspection. I know it seems daunting and maybe not the wisest counsel. I'm definitely not giving you counsel for it. However, when Michael and we bought our house, we decided to waive inspection. We took a thorough look through the house, and we felt comfortable buying the house without an inspection. We knew that we wanted the house, and we figured things are going to break, things are going to deteriorate. Whatever comes of the house, we will deal with, one step at a time. Now, the next one, allow the seller plenty of time for closing. Maybe the seller wants to have a quick closing, 3 weeks, so comply with that. Maybe they want a long and extenuating closing time of 60 days. Oftentimes, it's a great idea to have your agent find out what the sellers are wanting. What is important to them? Do they need time to find their next house? You can make your offer contingent upon them finding suitable housing with a certain timeline. There's all kinds of things that you can do to give the seller the allotted time that they need to find housing, the appropriate time they need to move out, free occupancy after closing, waiving your inspection period, offering an appraisal guarantee, offering an acceleration clause. This is what the competition is doing right now to get their offers accepted. So these are different things that you can do and strategies that you can use to get your offer accepted. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I put out videos multiple times a week, 3 times. And share out this video to someone who's putting an offer in and writing offers, because this will be really useful to them. Thank you and have an awesome day.